Good afternoon to everyone available here in this section. So in this section, we are going to discuss about the derivation for the formula for demagnetization and cross magnetization conductors in a DC machine, right? That in a DC generator, right? So we are going to discuss about how the formula has been derived, right? For demagnetization and cross magnetizing effect. So in previous classes, we discussed about the armature reaction. So this armature reaction leads to two effects. One is the demagnetization effect, another one is the cross magnetization effect, right? So after deriving the equation, we are going to solve some problems on this demagnetization and the cross magnetization effects. So our today's topic here deals with the demagnetization. Demagnetization and cross magnetizing conductors, right? So this is our today's topic, right? So in order to derive the formula for the demagnetization, now we want to go for the diagrammatic point of view. So I would like to draw the basic diagram of a DC generator with two poles. So one is north pole and another one is said to be as the south pole as usual, right? The pictorial diagram remains the same for all concept of the DC generator. And now we are having armature here, right? So and this armature is going to have a brushes, right? And then we are going to have some armature conductors here. We are going to have a armature conductors. So these conductors are under the influence of the south pole, right? So now we are going to draw our MN axis, and this is our MN axis here, right? So we are drawn our MN axis here. So when the machine is loaded, what happens? This axis gets shifted. This axis gets shifted here. So we are getting a new position of the GNA here, right? We are getting the new position of the GNA axis. So consider this one be the new position. Consider this one be the new position of the GN axis. So now it can be moved for either side, either this side or you can be able to move on the either side, right? So this GN axis can either move to the clockwise or you can either move on the anti-clockwise side, right? So depending upon that, we are going to draw the another line for the GN axis here, right? So this is our new GN axis. So the conductors which is under this influence of the GN axis have some different polarities, right? So consider this one said to be as cross here, right? And here there is no EMF induced, and this one also is cross here, and here it is dot, and here also it will be dot here, right? So due to this polarity, what happens? There is a magnetic field is now revolving in this conductor, right? So the direction of the magnetic field will be from north to south, right? So I will draw it now. So the two magnetic fields are there. One is main field, right? One is main field, right? So this direction is from north to south. This direction is from north to south here, right? So we had the direction that is for the main field flux from north pole to the south pole, right? So now what happens to the demagnetizing flux, right? So the demagnetizing flux will travels from the right to left. The demagnetizing flux will travel from the right to left in this fashion. So we use some different colors so that we can be able to identify easily. So it travels from the north pole to the south pole, right? It travels from the north pole to the south pole here in this fashion, right? So the direction of current is indicated here, right? So for the direction of current, we go for different colors so that it can be understand easily. And here it is coming in the forward direction. And here it is in reverse, and here it is in forward direction. If you compare these two flux, that is the main flux as well as the demagnetization flux direction, these two flux are in opposite. This is coming from towards the north pole from the south pole, and here the flux is coming from the north pole to the south pole. So if I draw a vector like here, so this one be the direction of the main feed flux. This one is the direction of the main feed flux here, right? That is Fm. I take it as Fm here. And if I draw the direction of the demagnetization feed flux, so it is in the opposite direction. So with of lesser magnitude, with of lesser magnitude. So I take it as the demagnetization flux, that is Fd. I take it as Fd here. So this be the vector direction here. So if we compare the vector direction, both the flux are in opposite direction, right? So this is the direction of the main feed flux, and this is the direction of the demagnetization feed flux, right? So these two are in opposite direction here, right? So now we are going to derive the formula for the demagnetization, right? So coming to the demagnetization ampere turns per, right? So that is the formula what we are going to derive here. So now we are going to deal with a little bit of mathematics here, right? So the total degree for a armature is 360, right? Because it is in the form of circular. Since it is in the form of circular, the total degree is of 360 here, right? So I would like to take this one as 360, right? The total degree here is 360. The total degree involved here for the armature is 360 because it is in the form of circle. So the total degree is 360. Now the GNA axis is shifted from the MNA plane. That is from the central, it is shifted from the either these two side direction, right? So for that, I considering this one as a mechanical angle. So I take the notation as theta m here. So this angle will be of theta m. So this is the angle here, right? So similarly, I'm going to have another mechanical angle in this direction. So this also one theta m. I consider this angle also a mechanical angle as a theta m value, but I don't know what is the exact value here. So I just consider it as a theta m. Again, this angle also going to consider it as theta m here. I just consider it as theta m because it is a mechanical angle, right? It is a mechanical angle, so I just consider it as theta m here. And this angle also I just consider it as theta m. So how many theta m are now available? Right? If I consider how many theta m are available here, so there is totally 1, 2, 3, 4. So totally 4 theta m is available. Totally 4 theta m is available here. So depend upon that, I am going to write the equation here, right? So here totally 4 theta m. I have 4 theta m is available, right? So this 4 theta m is under the angle of 360 degree. Is under the angle of the 360 degree, right? So if I want to consider the conductors, if I want to consider the conductors, what I would like to do, I just multiply the total conductor as Z here. I just multiply the total conductor as Z here, right? Now, so this is the value for only the conductors. So the conductor will have the flow of current. So I like to add the total value of current as I here. So I just multiply Z into I so that I get the unit as ampere turns, right? I get the unit as ampere conductors now. So now I want to convert the unit into ampere turns here. So how to convert the unit into ampere turns? So here we are having conductors, right? So I want to convert this conductor into turns. So how to convert this one? So we know the formula, that is Z is equal to, right? Z is equal to 2t, right? So there is a formula that Z is equal to 2t here, right? Z is equal to 2 into t, where t is the turns. So for one conductor, there is a need of 2 turns here, right? So this is a basic formula. So for Z is equal to 2t. So now if you want to convert this formula in terms of turns, so what I want to do, so I want to make this 1 into turns. So what I am going to do here, I am going to divide, right? I am going to divide it by 2 because I want to convert into per turns. I want to convert this one into per turns. So I am dividing by 2 here. So here it is 2 into 360. Here it is 2 into 360, right? And here it is 2 into 360. And the total value I'm just going to multiply it by number of conductors into the total amount of current that is flowing through them, right? So I got this value, right? Now, if I want to convert this value for per pole, how many number of poles I'm using? I'm using 2 poles here. I'm using 2 poles here. So again, per pole means I want to divide it by 2. So I just divide it by 2 once again here. So what happens? This 2, this 2. So totally 2 into 2, 4. And here also 4 is there. So it will get cancel each other. So the total formula will be resembling as, right? The total formula will be resembling as here as theta m, right? Theta m divided by 360, theta m divided by 360 into zi, theta m divided by 360 into zi, right? So that is the formula what we have derived for the demagnetization F8 here. So the notation here, that is ampere turns, right? The ampere turns for the demagnetization. So it is mentioned as D per pole. What we derived is per pole here. So I just mentioned here as pole, right? So the formula for the demagnetization conductors per pole is theta m divided by 360 into Z into I. So this is how we derive the equation here. Now, what is the remedy for this demagnetization effect? What is the remedy? So that means how to eliminate this demagnetization effect here, right? So the method to eliminate the demagnetization effect is include more number of turns. We have to include a more number of turns in this poles. We have to include more number of turns to the main winding. Right? We have to include more number of turns to the main winding here, such that already we are having some amount of turns to the already we are having some amount of turns here, some amount of field winding present here, right? So in addition to this amount of field winding present here, there is a need of an extra winding here, so that what happens, the flux produced by this winding, the flux produced by this winding will produce a flux in the direction of opposite, will be opposing the direction of the demagnetization flux here, right? So this direction of flux will be produced in the opposite direction, right? Opposite direction, such that what happens, this will neutralize the effect of demagnetization. This will neutralize the effect of demagnetization here. Suppose load increases, what happens? Again, this demagnetization effect will be increasing. So according to the increase of this demagnetization effect of field, the this number of turns producing some amount of flux. So that also has to be increased. So how to increase according to the variation of the load? So what I am doing here, I just want to connect this extra winding to the armature, right? I want to connect the extra winding to the armature here. So if we connect like that, what happens? If the load increases, automatically the current flowing through the extra winding also will be increased. So that what happens? The amount of opposing demagnetizing force flux that is produced will be equal to the amount of demagnetizing flux in the armature. So that what happens, this will neutralize each other and the demagnetization effect will be neglected, right? So this is how the demagnetization effect is neglected here. And this is our last formula, final formula for the demagnetization effect, right? So that is very simple. So again, I will tell how this formula is arrived. So due to the shift of the GN axis, due to the shift of this GN axis, what happens? It is going to shift with a mechanical angle. The GN axis is going to shift with a mechanical angle when the load is vary. So which direction? You can vary on either direction. So this is one theta m, and this is second theta m, and this one considered as third theta m, and this is 4 theta m. So totally 4 theta m is available in an angle of 360 degree of armature, because armature in the form of a circle. Armature is in the form of a circle, so it is having 360 degree. Now I want to conclude with the conductors. I want to combine with the conductors, right? So I just multiply with the total amount of conductor as Z here, right? And then I want to consider the current flow through them, because the unit of this one is ampere. Ampere means definitely I need a relationship with the current. So I just multiply with the total amount of current so that I can able to get ampere conductors. But I want to convert this ampere conductors into ampere turns. So I just divide it by the 2. I just divide the formula by the 2 here, right? I just divide the formula by this 2 value. But again, I want to consider the number of poles involved here. So again, I am dividing by the 2 because I use 2 pole machine here. So I divide it by 2. So totally I derive the formula as 360 in the denominator. That is the total formula is theta m divided by 360 into Z into I. So this be the final formula for the ampere turns. That is demagnetization effect. At last with the unit as ampere turns. And the unit here is ampere turns here, right? So next what we are going to discuss about is the cross magnetizing effect. Now we are going to discuss about the cross magnetizing effect. So coming to this cross magnetizing effect, again there is a need of a pictorial representation of the DC generator, right? So the all concept that will involve the pictorial representation. So that will be quite easy for us to understand how the formula has been derived here, right? So now we are going to deal with the cross magnetization effect, right? Cross magnetization conductors. Now we are going to discuss with the cross magnetization conductors here, right? So here will be the north pole available. Here will be north pole, and here it is the south pole. And if you see here, there is a magnetic field flow from the north pole to the south pole as usual. right? So for understanding, you go for different colors here. So there is a flow of magnetic field from north pole to south pole, right? So it travels from north pole to south pole. That is said to be as the main feed flux here. This is the main feed flux available here, right? And now we are going to have the armature conductors. I'm going to draw the, first I want to draw the axis here, right? I would like to draw the axis. So this axis is said to be as the MN axis, and this MNA can be shifted due to the effect of the load here, right? So due to the effect of the load, this GN axis gets shifted here, right? In either direction, right? In either direction, the GN axis gets shifted. So what is happening here? Now we can see. Now we are going to have a conductors here in the armature. So we can go for some different colors so that it will be quite easy for us to understand. So here we are having conductors. So here we are having a conductors here, right? So now we want to mention the direction of the current in the conductors. So that is important because depend upon that only the direction of flux will be flowing here. So depend upon that, we want to understand the direction of the current in the conductors. Since it is under the influence of the north pole, that is the outgoing current. So I have a cross polarity here, right? And here the direction of current is coming towards it. So here we are having a dot polarity. We are having a dot polarity here, right? So now due to the effect of this cross magnetization, what is the direction of the flux here? So that we want to draw. So coming to the direction of flux, it is going to travel in the downward direction. It is going to travel in the downward direction such that the flux should not go to the other line, right? It should travel only in this space. In this space only the flux should travel. You should not draw the line here and all, right? Because it deals, this space deals with the cross magnetization, demagnetization effect, and this space deals with the cross magnetization effect. So that we have to keep it clear, right? And this is the direction for the cross magnetization effect of the flux in this under the influence of the south pole. So this is the direction of the flux under the influence of the north pole. So as a result, we can able to know that it is coming under the downward direction. The flux is coming under the downward direction, right? So this is said to be as the flux which is involved in the cross magnetization effect. Flux which is involved in the cross magnetization effect. And coming to the main field flux, it automatically travels from the north pole to the south pole. So it is traveling from left to right direction. So this deals with the main feed flux, right? So I take the notation as Fm, whereas for the flux deals with the cross magnetization effect, I take it as Fc here, right? So now we are going to derive the equation for the cross magnetization conductors, right? We are going to deal with the cross magnetization conductors here, right? So you see here, a simple idea here, what we are going to take here, right? It is a little bit of mathematics which is going to involve here, right? So already we calculated the value of this one, that is the demagnetization conductors value. Here and here we know, right? We know the value for the demagnetization conductors, which is involved in this region and which is involved in this region, right? They asked to calculate the value for the cross magnetization conductors for this region. So what is the simplest way? By taking the total value and separate by this value, right? So that what happens, we can able to estimate the value for these regions, right? So if we has taken the value for the total and separated by the demagnetization effect, we can able to obtain the value for the cross magnetization conductors. So that is the basic formula which is involved here with the little bit of mathematics here, right? So these things are coming under vectors. vector diagram in the mathematics, right? So the basic thing in the mathematics, now we are going to involve in this effect of armature reaction, right? So the total, right? The total values for the demagnetization effect. So that we want to consider here. We want to consider the value for demagnetization effect, right? So what is the basic formula? So if you want to calculate the armature conductors which is involved with the cross magnetization effect, first we want to know the value of the total value of the armature conductors and just separate it by the demagnetization effect, and then separate it by the demagnetization effect of the armature conductors here. So that what happens, we can able to obtain the value for the cross magnetization effect. So this one will be little bit easier for us, right? So now we want to calculate the value for the demagnetization, right? So coming to this demagnetization, so what is the final value we obtained here? Just we go for rewind to the previous one. So this is the formula. This one be the formula what we have arrived here, right? This is the formula what we have arrived here. So that is theta m divided by 360 into zi. So this is the formula for the demagnetization. So the demagnetization formula is, that is at d dils per pole, which is equal to zi into theta m into theta m divided by 360. Zi into theta m divided by 360. So this is the formula what we have derived previously. So this is the formula for the demagnetization effect of the in terms of armature conductor, ampere turns, right? So in terms of ampere turns, we are derived the formula for the demagnetization conductors, right? So now we want to estimate the value for the total conductors. We want to estimate the value for the total conductors, right? Total conductors per pole, because this is the value for per pole here, right? Because this is the value for per pole. So similarly, we want to calculate the total ampere turns for per pole only, right? So the total value will be ampere turns per pole, because everything we are derived with per pole values, right? So coming to this per pole, the total value will be Zi, right? The total value is Zi, because I include all the conductors and the amount of current flowing through them. So the total angle is 360 degree, in the 360 degree, right? So this will be the total value for the ampere turns per pole, right? So now in this, I want to calculate the value for the ampere turns for the cross magnetization effect. So to calculate the ampere turns for the cross magnetization effect, so substitute this value here in this equation. So we can able to obtain that, that is ATC, that is ampere turns with the effect of cross magnetization effect per pole, right? Which is equal to, right? Sorry, here it will not be 360, right? Here it will not be 360 because we are dealing with per pole and not with the rotation angle. So here it will be, here it will be number of poles, right? So the total value is Zi divided by per pole, right? But what is the unit mentioned here? It is ampere turns. But here we are having only ampere conductors. We are having only ampere conductors. To convert into ampere turns, what we want to do? Just divide it by 2. So we can able to get the unit as ampere turns, because the unit for this one also is ampere turns, right? As we are derived previously. And for unit for this one also should be ampere turns. then only we can able to separate each other. With the different units, we cannot able to separate, right? So this is a basic mathematics, right? So this derivation order is involves the basic mathematics here. So just substitute the equation such that zi divided by 2p, that is 2 stands for the conversion of conductors into turns and p stands for the number of poles, minus zi minus zi divided by 360 minus zi divided by 360, right, into theta m. So this is the formula without simplification. This is the formula what we have got without simplification here, right? Suppose if you are taking a common parameter outside, if you are taking a common parameter outside, so what is the common parameter here? Here it is zi. So that is conductor into ampere, right? So these are the common parameter involved here. So I just taking this common parameter outside, right, and open a bracket here. So what happens? It will become as 1 into 2p. It will become as 1 into 2p here, minus of theta m, because here zi is taken as common outside, so that theta m is coming at the numerator. Already it is numerator only, right? It is coming there, divided by 360. Divided by 360. So this is the formula what we are obtained here for the ampere conductors for the cross magnetization effect. Ampere turns for the cross magnetization effect for per pole here. For per pole. So that is very important. We are dealing with everything for 2 poles here, right? Per pole. And here it will be a unit as ampere turns. And here will be unit as the ampere turns. So as usual, we want to make a bracket here so that it will be easily identified as the final result with the unit. So everything what you are writing, the derivation, it can be a problem result. So everything that should be indicated by unit. So just separate the unit and show, so that we can be able to score some higher marks here, right? So now I like to conclude this summary of the cross magnetization conductors, right? So the cross magnetization conductors, first we want to indicate the direction of the flux, which is under the influence of the north pole and south pole for the cross magnetization effect. So here, if we compare these two direction of the flux, so it will be perpendicular to each other. That is 90 degree. So what happens to this? The resultant flux will be reduced. The resultant flux will be reduced here, right? The resultant flux will be reduced, right? So in how can we able to eliminate this cross magnetization conductors, right? How can we able to eliminate this cross magnetization conductors? So what we are doing here, so this one is said to be as the pole tip, right? This region is said to be as pole tip here. This region is said to be as pole tip here, and here this region is said to be as the pole tip, right? So with respect to this pole tip, what we are doing, we are just making a slots here. We are making a slots here. So that is nothing but the compensation winding, what we are discussed in our previous section on that, right? It is nothing but the compensation winding. Here we are going to place a conductors. That is a winding here. We are placing a winding here in this slot, right? And we are going to make a polarity with opposite in direction. With opposite in direction. See here we are having a cross polarity. So what happens? We are going to have a dot polarity here. And here also we are going to have a dot polarity. So that what happens? It will produce a direction of flux in the opposite direction. It will produce a direction of flux in the opposite direction, right? So that what happens? These two flux will be neutralize each other. These two flux will be neutralize each other. And here also, here the direction of flux will be cross. and here the direction of flux will be cross. So these things and I will discuss in our previous class. Just for remembering, I am telling it now, right? So, and here the direction of flux will be in the opposite direction. So these two flux will be neutralize each other. So to eliminate the cross magnetization effect, we are going for the compensating winding concept. In order to eliminate the demagnetization effect, we are going for the extra winding concept in the field system, right? And for the derivation summary, the basic thing what we are taken is the basic mathematics that deals with the vectors, right? So we know the value for this region. We know the value for this region available here, right? We know the value for this region available here, right? They asked to calculate the value for this region. They asked to calculate the value for this region. We can able to easily estimate the value for the total region, right? The total region value is total conductors into the current flowing through them per pole. So it deals with the number of poles, and the unit what I need is the ampere turns. But here what is mentioned, ampere conductors. So I want to convert this conductor into number of turns. So I just divide it by the 2. So the basic formula here Z is equal to 2T. So if I convert turns, T equal to Z by 2. So it resembles in terms of the unit as ampere turns. So I estimate the value for the total value for the ampere turns. Now I have the value for the ampere turns with respect to the demagnetization effect. So what happens? I just separate these two. So I can able to get the output as the ampere turns for the cross magnetization effect, right? So this is the formula for the ampere turns for the cross magnetization effect per pole, right? So whatever we are dealing, that deals with the per pole, because we are assuming a conductor for 2 poles. We are assuming the for 2 pole machine, not for a universal pole machine. We are assuming for the 2 pole machine. So if any problem arises here, suppose some arises to solve you, consider as 4 pole, just replace the number of pole value P as 4. If it is 6 pole, replace P by 6. If it is 2 pole, replace P by 2. So that will be quite easy for you while solving the problem. So that is thing why I am mentioning here every time as per pole. It is very, very important consideration while solving the problems, right? So in this section, we are discussed about the derivation, how the derivation has been obtained for the ampere turns with respect to the effect of demagnetization and cross magnetization conductors. In the next section, we will deal with the corresponding problems of demagnetization and cross magnetization effect, right? So if there is any doubt, you can unmute yourself and you can be able to ask questions here.
Sir,
Tell me, ma.
sir, normally MNC plane falls on at the conductors, no, sir.
At the conductors. Sorry?
Yes, sir.
At the
Normally,
conductor.
previous,
It is falling on the
I
conductor.
mean MNC plane, but in this program
When
you
you
didn't represent that. It
here you
falls
want to
on.
say I want to make a conductor, right? That
Yes,
one only
sir.
na. Yeah, that one. But even though there
Yes,
is
sir.
no EMF na, so only I didn't make any conductors here.
Yes, sir.
Because now I'm not
Okay.
discussing about the EMF with this concept, right? I just making only the
Okay.
influence of the direction of the current with respect to the north pole and south pole, right? So only I didn't make any conductors there. But naturally, it will have a conductors there with zero EMF value.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions is there? Okay. I will wind up this section here. So thank you for everyone for attending the section. Right. Have a nice day.